guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video guys, I'm gonna be talking about the Royale High update and like whatever's going on with the game. I haven't played the game or talked about this game in a long time, and I was just like, you know what, let's make a video about this game today. So before we get into today's video, friends, be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn notifications so you never miss a video, because like I said before, we're on the road to hitting 16,000 subscribers on YouTube, and it would be awesome if we could get to 16K by the end of 2024. So be sure to subscribe. Now let's get into today's video. So guys, I am in Royale High, and today I'm just going to be talking about the update because apparently something's happening. Like, I don't know what's going on. I got presents, but I can't open them. Like, I don't understand what's happening. It said 10 hours left until the next gifting day when I can't even get the present I wanted first or gift it to somebody else. I can change the calendar, but what is happening? I'm so confused. Like, what is going on, Royale High? What is going on, like, with everything in general? I have not played this game in such a long time, but it's just like, I'm shocked because I'm just like, why is it that there's no GLITTERFROST update? It has been like, it's December 2nd. It should have started yesterday, and today is this, like, what? Just wanted to say before I read these, I blurred out like all the names. I just cropped it so the names aren't available. But please do not attack anybody that, you know, if you know somebody who wrote the tweets, please do not go under their page and say some mean stuff, okay? Like, let's be mature. But anyway, I'm gonna read a few comments because I feel like it's important to talk about, like, especially just all of this, because like before anything turned into misinformation, like, we should definitely acknowledge the fact that the players are upset. So I'm going to be reading a few tweets. Alright, so this first tweet says, can we talk about the fact that the that the developers had 2 months to get the calendar items out and ready, but they didn't. They always work on things last minute. There better be new items or I'm done. Barbie, please sell Royale High. And they basically showed the same advent calendar, and, you know, like, the game hasn't been updated yet. I guess that was what they were showing. But basically, guys, honestly, I 100% agree with, you know, there was a lot that was being worked on. Like, even when the Halloween update was coming out, the developers were working on the Christmas update. So it's not like they weren't, like, not doing anything at all. I just feel like, you know, they need to be a little bit more consistent and quicker when it comes to updates. I'm not going to compare games here, but as somebody who plays, like, other games on Roblox, what I noticed with the development teams is that they're very communicative. I don't know if that's a word, but they're very open and they always communicate with their communities. Yeah, I don't see that with Royale High. I feel like if Royale High was more communicative, I don't even know if that's a word, with their fan base and players, I feel like the game would do a lot better, one. And two, I feel like the players wouldn't be so upset, because I know a reason why Barbie hasn't, you know, been in Royale High lately. It was said that she has anxiety, so that's why she's staying away from, like, Twitter. Before, she used to interact with the community, but like around like 2018, 2019, 2020, she kind of stopped. I think, you know, the good idea that she did, or whoever came up with this idea to have a Royale High Valks account, I think that was a smart idea, because it's just like, you have an official account now that will give updates and information. But here's the problem. The problem is that, like, after all of that, like, you know, information, after all of that talking, you notice how, like, they only inform us things regarding updates. They don't send any messages to the community saying, hey guys, you know, there's a little delay. I'm not comparing games here. Please don't let me, like, assume that I'm comparing a game here. I'm not. I'm using this as an example. When Dress2Impress had a little bit of an issue with their, you know, dressing room situation, they communicated with their community, and they let the community know by saying something as small as a dressing room issue, that it would have to be in the game temporarily, and that's something I am 100% for. I feel like it's important to communicate, and I feel like the players would not be getting so mad and angry at the developers if they had just taken the time, even if it's 5 minutes, to write just a small tweet of 3 sentences explaining what's going on, so the players at least have some closure instead of them just wondering what's happening and then spreading false information and then pointing the finger at anyone. And I feel like a lot of the situations we had before on Twitter could have been prevented if the developers had just said something to the player base. And this tweet is a perfect example of what I was saying before about how they should be open to speaking with the community. Basically, this tweet says, if you want to complain, you blame Barbie and Lance. They are for some reason not hiring new devs, which is why they are always behind, I suppose. Don't blame the devs, they're working overtime. If they, the owners of Royale High, were more transparent, more honest, we'd know why. And I semi-agree with this one. I do agree that, you know, if they had taken the time to just... I'm not gonna tell people how to run their game. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not just gonna be like, well, you should do this and you should do that. I will give ideas and recommendations and tips, but I will never tell somebody like how to run their game. Not telling the person who wrote this tweet like that, but basically what I mean is that, like, if that's what Barbie and Lance want to do, if that's really what's going on, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But like this person said, it would be nice to just get some information instead of us just blaming everyone. Because before, if you guys knew, like, if you guys have Twitter, if you don't have Twitter, I'm gonna let you know, a lot of the Royale High developers left. A lot of them are inactive and are more active on other platforms now because Twitter just became extremely toxic. And I feel like if the, you know, like if Barbie, Lance, whoever's in charge, I don't know who's in charge, who knows, maybe it's not even Barbie who's in charge, but whoever's in charge, I feel like if they had just taken the time to just simply, like I said before, just write a tweet or something and send it to the Royale High Valks page so they could post it, so that we would know, instead of, you know, the players. Because you guys, on Twitter, like a long time ago, the players used to be like attacking the developers relentless. Not all the players, and I'm not saying they had a right to. I'm saying, you know, that wouldn't have been happening if there had been somebody who was communicating with the community instead of just sitting there and not saying anything at all and ignoring everything and then getting upset at the players when the players are angry. The players have a right to be angry, especially if you promise something as big as the new school back in 2020 and now it's 2024. Campus 3 isn't finished. Campus 4 for some reason is being built. The players have a right to be upset, but yes, they have a right to be upset. However, that does not excuse the threats and a lot of horrible things that were said. So just wanted to throw that out there, that I am not, you know, like excusing any of that. I'm just saying, you know, if the community, developers, whatever, whoever's in charge, I feel like if they had simply just gone and sent like a post or something, just anything to the community team so that they could post on the page, on the Royale High Valks page, there wouldn't be issues. Because now the Royale High Valks page doesn't even talk or speak unless it's in relation to the Royale High updates, which is extremely frustrating because it's like there's no interaction. There is with some developers, but other than that, there's no real interaction with the developers and the players, which is extremely frustrating. Yes, there's live streams, but it's like you don't see any of the developers on Twitter, which is honestly the easiest way for lots of players to reach out. And unfortunately, nobody can reach out to anyone. They don't even have a Discord server, which I understand why. That is completely understandable. But my point is that if they had just taken the time to, you know, give the players, you know, like an idea of what's happening, and to, you know, tell them, you know, like, hey, this is going on, that's going on, then there wouldn't be so much drama. There wouldn't be so many people arguing and fighting, and everything that was said, all of the mean things, just everything in general just could have been prevented. It really comes down to not only professionalism but communication. If there was more communication, we definitely know what was going on, but now we have no information. Anyways guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye friends!